Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear students, how are you? Today we are going to have a new lesson in Unit 5, Lesson 2. The title of our lesson will be Would You Like to Go to the Cinema? Before that, we are going to make a quick revision to the previous lesson, which was describing people. In the previous lesson, we studied how do we describe people and the using of the adjective to describe other people. Also, we mentioned that we can describe people according to the personality or according to the or the character or according to the appearance. Okay, and also I gave you a homework which was in your activity book from exercise A to exercise D. But sorry, to exercise E. Today I will give you the answers of the most important exercises in the next slides. Okay, so check your answers, please. Dear students, in this lesson we are going to learn some new vocabulary and their translations in Arabic. Also, we are going to study how to make an invitation, offers, and promises using some expressions. So, follow with me, please. Would you like to go to the cinema? The title of our lesson. Read the film reviews. Which film would you most like to see or to watch? Okay? The meaning of the word review, we mentioned the meaning in Arabic in the previous slide, so check it please. And why do we use reviews? Actually, we use it to give an idea about a poem, story, novel, just to give you a summary about the poem. We have here three reviews for three poems. Try to read those reviews and try to answer the question which poem would you most like to see. Okay? So follow with me, please. Look at the pairs of words in bold. Does the first one make the second one stronger or weaker? If you read the three reviews of the three songs, you'll note that there are three kinds of songs. The first one, comedy. The second one, documentary, and third one, sorry, a mystery. And we mentioned the meaning of those words. Okay. Also, you will note that there are some words involved in each review. Okay, what do you mean by words involved? تعني كلمات باللون الغامق. عندنا كل ريفيو أكو كلمات باللون الغامق. Okay, what are those words? In the first review, incredibly funny. The second one, absolutely fascinating. And the third one, extremely rare. So what are they? They are called intensifying adverbs. Why do we use those adverbs? We use before that. When do we use those adverbs? We use them before the adjective. Okay, they are come before the adjective. And why do we use them? We use them to make the adjective stronger. Okay, they are just like very. When we say the poem is incredibly funny, which means the poem is very, very funny, okay? Or when we say um, this animal extremely rare, okay, to see. It's mean very very rare, okay. So that's most important about those adverbs. So we use them before the adjective, okay, to make the adjective stronger. Now, listen please to the conversation between Samir and Ali and try to find out which phone do they decide to see at the end of the conversation.
Unit 5, Lesson 2, Section 54. Listen to Samir and Ali. Which film do they decide to see? Hello?
Hello, Samir. This is Ali.
Hi, Ali. How are you?
Fine, thanks. Listen, Mahmoud and I are going to the cinema, Samir. Would you like to come with us?
I'm afraid I can't. My brother's taken the car, and the cinema's too far from my house to walk.
Well, I'll drive you if you want.
Thanks, that'd be nice. What are you going to see?
We haven't decided yet. There are 3 films playing at the mall cinema. One is called Holiday. Have you heard of it? The review says it's extremely funny.
I don't like comedies much. What else is playing?
Well, There's a film called Polar Bear. It's a documentary about polar bears. The review says it's absolutely fascinating.
That sounds good. What are the film times?
5 o'clock and 8:20.
We can't go to the 5 o'clock show. It's already 4:45. The 8:20 show is a bit late for me. I have to get up early tomorrow.
Well, the third film is called A Mystery by the Nile.
I don't know anything about that film.
Shall I read you the review?
Sure.
It says, a museum guard has an unexpected adventure when an extremely rare mummy is stolen from the museum where he works. If you like mysteries, this film is for you.
That sounds exciting. What are the film times?
6:30 and 8:45.
6:30 is a good time for me. Is it good for you and Mahmood?
Yes, it's fine. I'll pick you up at 6 then.
Great. See you at 6.
Now let's do exercise A in the activity book on page 74. Listen to the conversation again and pick the expressions that you hear, okay? Now, read the language book and answer the questions. I want you to read the language book and try to answer the questions. We have three questions below. Okay, try to answer those questions according to the language book, and please send to me your answers. Okay. Here I'm going to explain the language book, how to make invitations, offers, and promises, okay? And how to reply or respond for this expression, okay? For invitations, we can use the form would you like plus to plus compliment plus question mark, okay, to express invitation or to make invitation. And if we want to answer or if we want to respond to an invitation, we can say I'd love to if we want to accept, and I'm afraid I can't, to reject or refuse the invitation. Now, for offers, we have two forms to express offers, okay? We have the positive form and the question form. In the first form, which is positive, we have subject plus will plus infinitive verb plus complement, okay? And the question form will be shall I plus infinitive verb plus complement plus the question mark. Now, if we want to answer or if we want to reply to an offer, okay, we can use thanks, that would be nice, to accept the offer. And if we want to refuse, we can say no thank you. For the second form, which is the question, we can answer or we can accept the offer with sure, or refuse it with thank you. Now, let's move to promises. How can we make a promise? Okay, we can make a promise also with two forms, and here we can note that the form of promises, of making promises, is the same or are the same forms that we use it in offers. شنو هذا يعني؟ يعني انه البروميسز، يعني شلون نصيغ البروميس، الوعد، شلون نسوي وعد بالانجليزي، اوكي؟ عندنا الصيغة اللي نستخدمها بالوعد هي نفس الصيغة اللي صيغة البوزيتيف اللي هي الصيغة المثبتة، اللي هي صيغة will plus subject plus will plus infinitive verb plus complement. هاي الصيغة نفسها راح نستخدمها في حالة البروميسز، بس هنا راح نستخدمها بصيغتين اللي هي صيغة البوزيتيف والنيجاتيف. For positive we have subject will plus infinitive verb plus complement. For negative we have the same form but in negative. We have subject plus want, which is the negative of will, want, and plus infinitive verb, and finally the complement. How can we answer or respond for promises? We can use only the word great, okay, to answer the promise form. We can use the word great, okay, to answer it. Now let's check some examples. Here we have some examples to apply the rules of the language that we explained in the previous slide. Okay, يعني هنا أجل مجموعة من الأمثلة لتطبيق القواعد اللي أخذناها بالسلايد السابق about how to make invitations, offers, promises. يعني عن كيفية صياغة الدعوة، العرض والوعد. Number 1, invite your friends to come to the cafe. So the answer will be, would you like to come to the cafe? So here we made an invitation. Okay. Number 2, offer your brother a cup of tea. Use shall. هنا تشوفون محددت لكم بالأوفر عندنا صيغتين، صح لو لا؟ هنا أنا محددت لكم الصيغة اللي أريدها اللي هي استخدام shall. إذا تطبقين تطبيق مباشر لقاعدة shall، مثل shall I buy you a cup of tea? Shall I buy you a cup of tea? Number 3, sorry. Offer your sister to make some of sandwiches. Use will. هنا استخدمنا كذلك العرض، ولكن حددت لي باستخدام will. إذا أنا إذا جبت لي السؤال راح يكون تحديد، هناك تحديد either باستخدام shall or will. So the answer will be I'll make some sandwiches. I'll make some sandwiches. Number 4, promise your mother to clean the house tomorrow. Promise your mother to clean the house tomorrow. The answer will be I'll clean the house tomorrow. Number 5, would you like to come to the cinema? Here accept. هنا أنا شنو صيغة السؤال؟ أنا منطيتك صيغة الانفيتيشن. هنا أنا صيغة استخدام would you like هي صيغة invitation. المطلوب منك شنو؟ بين قوسين محددة accept، يعني شنو؟ اقبلي، تقبلين الدعوة. عندك صيغة لقبول الدعوة اللي هي I'd love to. إذا الجواب راح يكون I'd love to. Number 6, shall I open the window? Reject or refuse. إذا هنا أنا شو منطيتك كذلك صيغة عرض. المطلوب شنو منك بين قوسين، يا أما أقول لك reject or refuse، يعني شنو؟ الرفض، أنا أريدك ترفضين الدعوة. راح تستخدمين صيغة الرفض اللي تم ذكرها وشرحها سابقا no thank you. Match the beginnings and the endings of these sentences. This will be your homework for the next lesson. You have to match the beginning of the sentences that start with numbers from number 1 to 6 and with the sentences that start with letters, and you have to pay attention to the use of invitations, promises and offers. Okay, so good luck. Exercise T. Here you have to reorder the sentences to make an invitation, offer or promise to each situation. يعني شنو هنا عندكم جمل، والمطلوب منكم انه تعيدون ترتيب هذه الجمل. يعني هذه الجمل تكون غير مرتبة، والمطلوب منكم اعادة ترتيب هذه الجمل وفقا للموقف المذكور. situation معناه موقف. اذا انت عندك موقف وعندك جملة غير مرتبة، المطلوب منك انه ترتبين هذه الجملة باستخدام واحدة من صيغ العرض او الدعوة او الوعد. Finally, exercise D. Match the sentences in exercise D with our place. هنا عندكم 4 إجابات اللي هي من A إلى D. هذني الأجوبة راح تكون مطلوب منكم إنه تسوون matching بين هذه الأجوبة وبين الجمل اللي راح تكونوها بالتمرين السابق. So it is very easy and good luck. Your homework will be Unit 5, Lesson 3, and do not forget to answer the following questions, the 3 questions on page 49. Thanks for your listening and good luck.